matter how much your parents push something into you, you don't have to take that. You can still do your own thing. Like,
So did you not take it when your parents pushed it into you?
I mean, there's like,
And so since you've moved away from God, when will you go back to Him?
see, that's tough because that's like kind of weird to think about.
Would you like Sharia law in place in America?
Yeah, I think it would hold people accountable. So like people would think 5 times before they did something.
Do you think that we should separate like church and state? I guess.
Absolutely not. You won't keep everything as is. With God, it's instructions of living. We don't have to do it, but if we do it, we'll have a better life. They don't want that. They want to live how they want to live.
Are you a good person?
I think so.
What makes you a good person?
My intentions are good, and so even if maybe things don't turn out as I hoped they would, my intention is good and I intend good on people.
Have you done things where your intentions were good and you still done bad?
Definitely.
And so that still makes you a good person?
I think so, because you can only control your actions. You can't control how the outcome of them all the
What
time.
if the outcome's bad? That still makes you a good person?
I think so. I think as long as your intention was positive, because I can only control my intention and what I think and how I react to things, and I can't control how things play out or how other people react or feel.
And so as a good person, do you ever do anything that's bad?
Not intentionally.
Okay, but you sometimes do it unintentionally?
Is that contradicting?
I'm just asking you questions. Do you sometimes do it unintentionally?
Yes.
And that still makes you a good person? When you don't know you're doing wrong, but you're just doing wrong?
Yes.
You're
No,
good
I'm not a
person?
good person.
And why are you not a good person?
Because I'm a born sinner. It's impossible for me.
I try to be.
You don't know?
There are people out there that probably don't like me.
Why do
I
they
hope
not
that-
like you?
I have a challenging personality at times. Do you want to ask my husband?
Your husband don't like you sometimes? You be difficult with him? Does he know how to keep you in check or no?
Absolutely. I have
He
a
does?
wonderful husband.
He black?
No. No. But he's
Thank goodness.
Yeah. Why is that?
No worries. And what makes you a good person?
I think because I don't like to cast judgment on other people in my daily life. And I think that in and of itself is enough to qualify me for that.
So you don't cast judgments on people?
No.
If you don't judge people, how do you decide who to hang around and who not to hang around?
So I
if
would
you don't
like to
judge?
think that I like to hang around with people that follow that kind of same virtue, right? So
What's the same virtue you're talking
kind
about?
of like what I just explained to you.
Oh,
Just-
like the good you're talking about?
Just kind of the way to explain like being good versus bad.
Okay.
I think as long as you have the same sort of judgmental virtues with that, I think those are the types of people that I would want to hang out with. Although now that I'm explaining it to you, inherently that is kind of judging people.
Do you believe humans are inherently good?
Wow.
I want to say yes, because I feel like everyone is born like as a good person. And I do feel like there's a lot of outside things that can influence someone to be bad. So I'm gonna give humans the benefit of the doubt, and I'll say we're born good. Yeah.
If you're born as a good person, why do you need to get told what not to and what to do? If you
That's a
already
good
have
point.
it in you.
No, that actually is a good point.
We don't believe it's like innocence, you know, they wouldn't know any better.
And so say someone doesn't know right from wrong, right? And they shoot someone and they think that's the right thing to do, right? Would that make them a good person?
Under this society, you know, I think it depends, like depending on God's words. Like, so in Islam, we believe in intentions. Like, if his intentions were to do the
What
right
if the intention
thing,
was good to do the right thing?
then he's fine.
I mean, everything that's going on in the world right now, like there's so much bullshit just because of human nature, which is like inherently bad.
We were born into sin, so we are sinners whether we like it or not, and we can only be quote unquote good by being saved.
Okay, and how do you become saved?
You say Jesus is Lord.
You're an atheist?
You just met a good man who's an atheist.
No, that's
Now you
that's an evil man.
Now you just met a good man.
That's an evil male.
How do you know?
I can tell you're not religious.
I'm not religious, but I'm a good man.
No, that's evil.
You never say that you've never met an atheist that's a
I still haven't met one.
Are you a good man?
No.
Okay. I just
I think you can be good as far as like you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if I operate in my own body, like, yeah, I call the shots. I do what I want to do. So if I can only tell myself if I'm good, you know what I'm saying? But without religion, I feel like we literally naked.
I know this is controversial, but I'm going to say no because of Christ. I don't know the perfect way to answer that.
Explain.
Well, we have moral standards that come from something. Because if I were to hurt you, and you said, and I said that to me it's okay, that's my opinion. So I think all of our moral standards and guidelines come from something and not opinion. Because then murder would just be an opinion.
Well, there's so many different religions in the first place. And so everybody follows a different path or a different set of rules or a different set of beliefs in the first place. And so why you can't be good with a separate set of beliefs that don't derive from religion.
Where would your morals and values come from if it didn't come from religion?
I think they come from, I guess, your upbringing, or
where would those people are helping you in your upbringing? Where would their morals and values come from?
I don't have an answer, but I just don't think it has to be religion.
I think it comes from how you are raised and what you are exposed to. So,
what if someone was raised that murder was right? If someone was raised that murder was right in the case of revenge, or if someone was raised that way,
yeah, that would be tricky, and that's a really good question. Yeah, so I don't have an answer.
Honestly, I do think that your parents have a lot of influence on what kind of like your morals and values are.
Where do those come from? Your parents' morals and values come from. If you get it from your parents, where they're getting it from?
I would keep saying it goes down the chain, but where did it start from? Then I guess it would come back to kind of like religion, or kind of like what you kind of believe, like in like a higher power. But then there is people who don't have a religion, so I don't really know.
And where are they getting their morals from?
That is true. I feel like all morals that you do have come from outside sources too, but the main one I would say is religion. So if you don't have a religion, then I don't really know where is it coming from.
It begs the question that when you are an atheist or someone who doesn't prescribe to religion, you become the god of yourself. And what would stop you from doing certain things?
So community.
Yes.
So what I have heard from my atheist friends
they say community would stop them.
They desire for community. That's a big part of it.
What if their desire for community was to kill and rob and steal?
So I haven't
what would stop them from that?
Yeah, I have not.
Go to the Middle East or Africa, you'll see that.
So, wow.
What would stop them then if laws aren't enforcing it like
that? So, it brings up so many images to think about history and things like that. So I would have to think about that because it is something to ponder.
Yes. And so, do you think we've moved away from God in society?
Absolutely.
I don't really know why it's happened, but I do think, honestly, the internet has definitely played a role, because you look at things like OnlyFans now. That was never around back then, but now it is. That's definitely moving away from the Bible, but I mean, it's just.
Oh, you said only simps?
OnlyFans.
Oh, I thought you said only simps.
OnlyFans. I mean, just like porn in general. It's like with the internet, it's just, I don't know, it's so normalized.
And so, have you moved away from God?
I grew up religious and I went to Catholic school.
Are you still religious?
I think I'm a little bit less like hardcore Catholic. Catholic school is a lot.
So you like Christian?
But like spiritual. There's a higher something.
A spiritual Christian.
Yeah, but I'm not going to church every Sunday.
It's so crazy because I've been celibate for 8 years, and so yes, so
praise God.
There was no place. Thank you, babe. There was no place. I feel like there was no place for me, and I feel like it's not common. You know what I'm saying? Like,
at this point in my life, I'm definitely not the closest I've ever been to God.
And so, why have you moved away from God?
I feel like nowadays it's a lot harder, to be honest.
Why is it hard for you?
To God, because, bro, everything, like just like the college life, drugs, alcohol, girls, it's all pushed into you.
And so you let all those things affect you?
I do, because it's not to say that I don't like that stuff.
Like, there's no role models. There's nobody out here that's saying like, okay, it's okay to say no. You know what I'm saying? It's okay hold on to God. It's okay to let go of your friends and allow God to bring people into your life. Like,
but it's definitely not ideal if you want
So
to.
you love those things. You love those.
Well, do I love them? I don't know if I love them, but I enjoy drinking. I enjoy.
You enjoy drinking?
I enjoy drinking alcohol. I enjoy drinking alcohol. I think it's fun.
When did you start enjoying it?
Probably like senior year of high school.
Okay.
Like, it's mainly I don't drink by myself, but like if I'm at a party, of course I'm gonna drink. I enjoy it.
So why did you blame Christianity for your mom misinterpreting things?
Because she didn't misinterpret things. She would it was the way that the church was interpreting it, and then she would.
Okay, what did the church interpret it?
Like negatively.
Did you go and interpret it for yourself?
Yes, I used to be so Christian.
And what messed you up? Which one messed you up?
A lot.
Which one? You just saying a lot. I'm not hearing one.
I can't get into my trauma right now. It's
no, just give me one thing. Give me one thing in Christianity that you didn't like.
One thing that I didn't like.
Within the Bible or anything that, yeah.
The whole patriarchal thing. Because
what was patriarchy? You never read patriarchy in the Bible.
You do though.
Where?
And it's like.
You don't like that Jesus was a man?
I never said that. Jesus is a man, is a man, is a man. Like
you don't like that God is labeled as a he?
I don't give a.
Oh, so where do you read patriarchy? I never read that in the Bible.
All right.
And so since you've moved away from God, when will you go back to him?
See, that's tough because that's like kind of weird to think about, but
you gonna put him on the back burner real quickly right now?
Yeah,
and then
but that's not the good thing to do. I understand that, but yeah, definitely on the back burner right now. But,
okay.
I mean,
and why is it on the back burner? You just want to have fun right now?
Yeah, I do feel like it is easier to have fun if you don't, if you're not thinking about all that stuff. Because, like I said, drugs, women.
But you're thinking about it. You just put it to the side.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm out of college, it'll be a lot easier to go back to God. I guess what I'm trying to say.
Why do you think it will be a lot easier? There's probably going to be more distraction then. You're not going to be able to protect
society.
But I
feel like I won't be able to. I have less free time on my hands.
College kids, it's like, I'm here. I need to find my identity, my group, But my group is Christian people.
Yeah.
This group is partying, and I like both. But if I show these people that this is my circle, will they still accept me?
Do you think American society is better off because of Christianity?
Maybe this is a bold take, but I'm gonna say yeah, because I do personally feel like the majority of the morals and beliefs that are, kind of threaded into the Bible are good. They do good on society.
No.
You don't think so? Look at our country.
Not necessarily.
A black person is talking to a white person. It's amazing.
That is true. That is amazing.
There has to be like a foundation. Like, like in the Middle East, they have Islam. Whether people agree with it or not, they have a foundation. So whenever they have a question, they always have something to go back into. But America is like, we don't know how to answer certain questions because we don't have a foundation. We don't have something we believe in. We just follow money. And money.
Would you like America to turn to the like the Middle East?
Me? Yeah.
You would.
Well, and the idea of like, we believe in the one God, and
I do know, like, specifically, like, if you're Muslim or Islamic, they do have a lot of things that are, like, kind of, like, off towards women. Like, they think, like, men are better than women, which I'm not going to get into that. But, I mean,
but you don't
is that
agree
morally
with it.
right? Is that morally right to say that men are better than women, or do we think that they're equal?
You know what Sharia's law is?
I've heard a little bit about it. I heard
like if some guy steals.
Do you cut his head off?
No, it's like his fingers. It might be his hand if he's a repeated offender.
Would you like Sharia law in place in America?
Yeah, I think it would hold people accountable. So like people would think 5 times before they did something.
God forbid you die.
I know.
What's gonna happen then?
Yeah, then I'm cooked.
You gonna have to put him on the back burner. Where you gonna be?
I know. I'm gonna be on the back burner with him, bro.
Where you go? Where's the back burner with him?
Hell, bro. Then I'm actually good.
That is true. That is amazing, and I love you very much.
I appreciate you. So you trying your hardest to stay alive so you can.
We're staying alive right now. So we can't go too hard on the judgment. We can do it.
Oh, bro, you're an amazing interview, bro. I appreciate you, my G.
Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you.